What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. I'm LotusAsakura, the one who never knows best, and in today's video talking to you guys about some Hunter Nen Impact. Yeah, remember that game? It's supposed to be releasing sometime this year and we haven't gotten a release date for it yet, and not a ton of news, information, or updates, but the game seems close to completion. I mean, people were playing it already. I forget at which events, but it's also at TGS right now. And so we have this tweet here from Anime FGC News that reads, Hunter Nen Impact is available at Tokyo Game Show this weekend, and while we don't have more footage yet, Goziline has some teaser footage and goes over details about the new system, including a new UI, a new character switch mechanic, and a new Nen stance. Learn more below. And then we have this tweet here from Goziline staff, I'm not familiar with, but if we translate the post real quick, also we got some, okay, hold on, wait a minute. A lot has changed since the last time we tried it. You can play as Machi, Bisky, and Uvogen. Hunter Nen Impact Tokyo Game Show 2024 demo version report. So off rip, the UI looks significantly better already. I already think this looks a lot better. So this is just a quick little teaser, but if we click here in this article, I think there's like an interview and some things to like read and talk about. So we'll do that real quick after we watch this little teaser. Well, I guess I'll have the volume on. Let me just make sure you guys can hear it. Okay, you can. You guys know I was very vocal about not liking the UI. People have talked about and criticized the graphics and everything like that. Understandably so, rightfully so. This is a low budget game. Hopefully it does okay, people enjoy it, and they can get, you know, a bigger budget for a sequel or more titles down the line. Everybody who's played the game said it's at least very, very fun. Oh wait, so they have active tag like Dragon Ball has now. Obviously Dragon Ball is not the first game to implement it, but you know, if you most of you guys know about Dragon Ball, have played Dragon Ball, know me from DBFZ. So they introduced an active tag mechanic, which wasn't in previous builds of the game. So that's cool. Alright, yeah, okay. So they added active tag. The UI looks a lot better now. Let me see what this article is hitting on real quick. Let me go ahead and open this up. Oh boy, prepare to get flashbang because this is bright. So TGS 2024, you can play as Machi, Bisky, and Uvogen. Hunter Nen Impact Tokyo Game Show 2024 demo version report. Haven't there been quite a few changes to the system as well? Hunter Nen Impact is a fighting action game based on the popular anime Hunter x Hunter. A demo version of this game was exhibited at the Fighting Game Festival Evo Japan 2024, held in the spring of 2024, and became a hot topic around the world. Now, we have heard that it will be exhibited at Tokyo Game Show 2024, which will be held from September 26th to 2024. Since I had the opportunity to try out the game just before the last time, I requested an interview and was told it's been upgraded even further. So I decided to publish a play report of the Tokyo Game Show 2024 demo version. The system has been significantly improved from the previous demo version, and you can really feel the seriousness of the developers. We'll share the details and report on the 9 playable characters that were available that day, including Bisky, Vogan, and Machi, who I'm actually interested in playing myself. She looked really cool. So here we have a quick summary, gameplay of Bisky, Vogan, and Machi, more evolved character system, and strengthened battle tactics and presentation. The entrance scenes have been upgraded to include close-up shots of the characters. This makes the interactions between the characters even more satisfying. Okay, that's good to know. Bisky will be in that form, and popular members of the Phantom Troop will also be appearing. In this game, players team up with 3 characters and engage in speedy, stylish action. As you can see, 16 characters have already been released. In the previous demo version, 6 characters were playable: Gon, Killua, Kurapika, Leorio, Netero, and Hisoka. This time, Bisky, Vogan, and Machi have been added, making a total of 9 playable characters. Each character has their own unique arts and characteristics, so it looks like you can create a variety of interactions and combinations depending on your team composition. Then we have Bisky. She met Gon and Killua on Greed Island and was one of their masters who trained them. Although, am I tripping? Am I misremembering? Bisky's a girl, right? Although he has a small and cute appearance, he is actually a 57-year-old shapeshifter. He is a small character with fast movement speed and is able to fight flexibly using high interception and counterattacks. However, when he uses the aura arts too big and I'll kill most of the time, he turns into that famous form. It feels like he will corner the enemy with tremendous attack pressure. Bisky herself, okay, they're just as confused, would probably dislike it, but players who like to use powerful, large-bodied characters should definitely try him out. Bisky's a girl. I'm fairly certain of that. I know it's been a while since I read or watched Hunter x Hunter, but in the beginning, she fights using punches and kicks, so her reach is short, and she fights by making use of speedy movements. Her attacks, she attacks by getting close with air dashes and charging techniques. Also, I don't know if it's just me, but it also looks like it might be a little bit more zoomed in than before, which I kind of like. I know I was critical of that before as well. If you successfully perform an aura art using 3 aura gauges, you will return to your original form. After the transformation, your body will be strengthened, and you will no longer have any weaknesses in terms of reach. Therefore, it is easier to fight with an aura gauge, so it is probably best to place her in 2nd or 3rd place on your team. Maybe better as a mid or an anchor character. Then we have Machi, the 3rd member of the Phantom Troop. She uses Nen threads. Yeah, they just... okay. She uses Nen threads, which transform her aura into thread-like shapes to launch technical attacks. Her mobility is enhanced by her wide range of movement techniques and to air dashes, and she can also use tricky tactics such as pulling in opponents who she has put into a Nen thread tracking state, or setting up threads to block opponents' incursions. What I felt while playing was that the attack range is wider than I imagined thanks to the Nen threads, and above all, she has a high degree of freedom in her air dashes. Her aura arts attack, a Nen thread technique Piercing Needle, has the ability to follow up with further attack after it hits, so I have a feeling there will be a lot of room for creativity in terms of combos. Yeah, Machi looks like a character that I very much want to play. She looks really cool. Use your thunder threads to move quickly in the air. Use agile movements to confuse your opponent and prevent them from narrowing their target. Killua and Machi looking like locks for my team, I ain't gonna lie. Evoke he is the 11th member of the Phantom Troop, a giant battle-loving, battle-crazy type. He likes one-on-one battles, and just as he looks, he is an enhanced power fighter. His movements are slow, so it may be difficult to catch the opponent, but he has many so-called armor techniques that allow him to attack while blocking the opponent's attacks. So he wants to destroy the opponent without waiting for his opponent to attack, leaving no room for argument. Once he gets close, he doesn't want to let his opponent escape with his violent fists and tackles. Furthermore, by using the aura art full throttle, he can increase his attack and defense power so he can put a lot of pressure on the opponent when he has an aura gauge. A super powerful character who can charge forward regardless of enemy attacks. He has a weakness in that he cannot dash in the air, so it seems like it will be a challenge to deal with fleeing enemies. However, if you get close, you will be completely destroyed by his overwhelming physical strength and power. What if you get close using an assist attack? Then we have some changes to basic actions and systems, making the most of your team is now important. The system also seems to have been polished up considerably since the last demo version. Among these, the changes that I felt were most noticeable were the switch and assist attack L1R1, related to teammates on the bench. An assist attack is an action that allows a teammate on the bench to perform a supporting attack. As soon as they appear, they will perform a variety of attacks depending on the character, making them ideal for supporting the coordination and combos of the main character. However, while they are on the battlefield, there is a risk that they will take large damage from enemy attacks. If you press the assist activation button L1 or R1 again when a teammate has appeared during an assist attack, the switch will be activated, which allows you to switch teammates. Okay, so if you just hit the assist again, you can just tag into them once you've called them as an assist. Characters who appear on the battlefield during an assistant attack can now be instantly switched. Since you can switch smoothly after an attack, this can be useful for combos and disruption. So as we saw, you can do Biscuit into Machi combo. You can cancel the stiffness of the assist attack and switch to the next attack. So by utilizing the system, you can create a dream technical combo using 3 characters. Advanced players should try this out at the demo machine at Tokyo Game Show. I want to see the combos of skillful players. In addition, there are changes that seem to be important even in battles between advanced players, such as the eject attack that corrects the opponent's team can now only be used after a level 1 aura art. It seems that the movements and system have been built with team battles in mind. Then we have a new defensive stance, I believe. A big change is the Nen Tance. Sure. That can be activated by pressing X. By holding down the button, you can surround yourself with an aura and take a defensive stance, which has the effect of pushing back the opponent if you are attacked while in the stance, so it's a push block. While in stance, the aura gauge gradually decreases, but it seems to be useful in avoiding opponents' rushes and combos when combined with assist attacks. However, be aware that you're vulnerable to throws. Okay, I see. During this stance, you can press X again to counterattack with Nen Impact. This attack has an armor effect applicable to attacks other than low attacks. It allows you to withstand enemy attacks and will send the opponent flying when it hits. Of course, after this, you can perform combos to deal massive damage, so you need to think about the strategy of close combat involving Nen Stance and Nen Impact. Even in situations where it's difficult to keep guarding, you can use Nen Stance to put distance between you and your opponent. This will allow you to turn around an unfavorable situation and look for an opportunity to counterattack. When in Nen Stance, you can immediately aim for a counterattack with Nen Impact. Since weak attacks do not allow you to move further apart, you can use this to interrupt and turn the tide. In addition, quick gear and overgear have also been slightly changed, with overgear in particular creating an attack that explodes with aura, and when activated, when it hits, it blows the enemy away and allows for follow-up attacks, so it looks like it could be a final trump card to turn the tables. So it's like Spark, where when you activate Spark, you can combo off of it, which is like one of the things I have kind of always wanted removed from sparking. But it's a 3-on-3 battle that looks difficult, but the combos are simple and the journey to the match is easy. What I felt after trying it for the first time in a while was that it was really easy to use the rush button for combos. It's a 3-on-3 fighting game that requires more puzzle-like and hectic operations than Street Fighter 6, but I'm grateful that you can somehow complete a combo by repeatedly pressing the rush button plus weak, medium, or strong attack button. I'm a fighting game uncle who tends not to want to jump into the sea of competition until I finish practicing combos. The biggest appeal of this game is that you can easily play once you get the hang of it, since all you have to do is press the buttons repeatedly. In the beginning of the game, you learn the strong tactics and movements of the characters while learning how to use assist attacks. Until then, you deal damage with simple combos using the rush button. Once you understand the gameplay to a certain extent, you can practice combos that deal more damage. It's easy to take steps like that. It seems like it's easy to build a clear path to improvement. Don't underestimate the fighting game adaptation of the anime. Hunter Nen Impact has the potential to be a title that both beginners and hardcore players can get hooked on, and it has a fun experimental feel. Hopefully the competitive and professional scenes will become as exciting as Street Fighter 6. You might even become a player known as a 3-star hunter. And yeah, that's that. So they are definitely still working on the game. It looks like that. There's still no release date, which I wasn't expecting this to give us a release date, but they said this game was going to release this year. It's almost October and they're still working on the game, like making changes and improvements as well. So it's like, how close is this game really to completion? And is it actually going to release this year? I don't think it is at this rate. I will say, at the very least, it does get the benefit now of like it's not going to release at the same time as Sparking Zero, because when this game got revealed and announced and they said it was going to release this year, we were all kind of collectively like, well, I hope it doesn't release around the same time as Sparking Zero, because if it does, it's going to be DOA. You know what I'm saying? Like, this game's not going to be able to compete with that. And they're very different games and obviously different IPs, but it's just like, as far as anime games go, even though Sparking Zero is like, you know, a more casual game, and then this is going to be a more traditional like 2D like fighting game, this game's already going to be niche as it is. And if it had to compete with a much bigger IP in Dragon Ball and a much bigger, more popular game in Sparking Zero, most likely, it wasn't really going to stand a chance. This game is going to release at the earliest, it looks like, in November or December, but it's probably going to get delayed and not even released until next year, which I think it might be for the best, because they want to take more time to polish it up even further, making it even better game. Which, again, they already made it look better with the UI, in my opinion. And then also, the people who have played the game have said that they think the game is really fun. So I still think they got a little bit too many fonts going on here, in my opinion. Like, this is 1, 2, 3, like 4 different fonts, and then 5 if you count this. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just me. Yeah, I don't know. Wait, there's something else. Bleach is releasing sometime early next year, and this game will probably get overshadowed by Bleach as well. But who knows? Because like that game's so up in the air about whether or not it's going to be any good. It looks really good, but you know, looks can be deceiving. You know, we've been fooled before. I know I have. So with that, that's pretty much it for this video. I'm still looking forward to Nen Impact. I think the game's going to be a lot of fun. I will be playing it whenever it does eventually release. Just kind of weird that we don't really have a word on a release date yet, considering that they said it was going to release this year. That being said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hit this video with a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already so you can stay tuned for all awesome content I'm bringing you. And with all that being said, that's pretty much all I have today. Remember, look at that pussy, swing the bat. Later.